Hello everyone, my name is Carissa Doll at mrsdollhouse@gmail.com, and on this channel I share with you videos all about teaching online with Outschool and growing your Outschool business. In this video, I'm going to share with you my top 5 tips for setting up your Outschool classroom, and then I'm going to give you a tour of what my classroom space looks like. Feel free to subscribe and hit the bell so that you'll be notified when I upload new videos. You won't want to miss out on next week's video where I share with you my top 5 props for teaching on Outschool. Feel free to jump on over to Instagram and join me at Mrs. Dollhouse. Let's jump in and get started. Here are my top 5 tips for setting up your Outschool classroom. Tip number 1 is you need a computer, laptop, or iPad. The main thing that I teach on is a desktop computer. I would highly recommend that whatever you choose to teach with, whether it's a PC or a laptop or an iPad, that you get a stand. And the reason for this is that it puts you and the camera at eye level. So it looks like you're teaching and looking into your students' eyes and making eye contact with them. The other thing is, and I'm going to tell you from experience, getting a stand will help you from accidentally unplugging your computer like 2 minutes before class starts. After that happened to me for the second time, I had my computer on books to make it higher so it could be at eye level. After I unplugged my computer the second time, I promptly went to Amazon and ordered a stand. I will link below in the description box the stand that I ordered, and it works really well, and I haven't unplugged my computer ever since. The second tip for setting up your classroom that I'm going to give you is lighting. Now, lighting doesn't need to be expensive, but it is essential for teaching online. I use 3 different things. The first thing I use is a lamp, and you'll see this when I give you the classroom tour. I bought this lamp at Walmart. It kind of looks like an octopus with a lot of different lights coming off of it. And what it is it's bouncing the light off of the white walls and the ceiling that I have to just kind of give an overall lighting of the classroom. The next thing I use is a big ring light that I purchased through Walmart, and it was about $20, and it does different settings and within each setting it will do different light adjustments as well. And the third thing that I use are these little ring lights that I bought off Amazon. I will also link these in the description box as well. What's really cool is these do not run off batteries. They are chargeable. They plug in, and they do several different settings. So that's how those work. And then I actually got 2, so because I teach multiple classes, and then when I use one lasts about 30 minutes, which is about how long my classes are. And then I plug the other one in and the other one charges, and I just go back and forth like that, and it works really well. The third tip that I have for setting up your classroom is an educational background. Now, again, it does not have to be expensive, but I do believe it's important to show your clients, your families, your students, and your clients that you have an educational and professional looking background. Now, you can go to several places. Let me grab a couple things to share with you. I got this poster at the Dollar Spot at Target. It came with a couple. It's got the different vowels on it. I've used it also with VIP Kid, as well as Outschool. You can hang it up on your wall. You can go to the Dollar Tree, and they have an educational section as well where you can get all sorts of borders and letters and educational posters that you can use in your online classroom. I love the Dollar Tree for a lot of different props, and I will be sharing a video next week about some of my favorite props, and many of them do come from the Dollar Tree, so you won't want to miss out on that video as well. Also, for educational background, you can see that I have a calendar behind me. I use that, as well as I also have a whiteboard. So you can really the sky's the limit with what you want to do for your educational background. The fourth thing that is important in setting up your Outschool classroom is that you need organizers. Now, very different types of organizers. So I'm not just talking about organizing your supplies, which is important, and we definitely need to do that, but I'm also talking about organizing your schedule. So one thing that I really recommend, and I don't know where, oh, here it is, it escaped, is a calendar. I actually use a bigger calendar, and I like the monthly view. I like to highlight, I write. This is currently just for my teaching schedule. I actually have 4 children on remote learning, 2 in high school, 1 in elementary school, and 1 in special ed preschool. And I keep a master calendar downstairs because let me tell you, we are doing about 30 Zoom meetings a week in between all of their classes that they have to be doing. So a calendar is essential for Outschool. And you'll see in your teacher profile that you'll have your classes, but then I also like to see them kind of all laid out for a month view as well. I also keep a desktop calendar as well. I'm just hyper organized. And you'll see that in the tour as well. Other organizational tools that I like to use are drawers to keep different supplies in, little different caddies. I have a little basket that I keep books and poems and puppets and all sorts of things in. So I recommend some different organizational tools, especially if you're working for multiple companies like VIP Kid and Outschool or GoGo Kid or Magic Ears, just helping to keep what you need for each one separated too. So a little bit of organization goes a long way. And step 5 is kind of an optional step. I'm going to tell you why I recommend it, which is a headset. And this is the headset that I use. I have used several different headsets. This is like a gaming headset, but I really like it. A, it's super comfortable. B, just the ear part is really comfortable, and I haven't had any problems with this, and I've been using it for at least 6 months, if not longer. The reason why I recommend a headset is because, one, for me, it helps me focus. If you're a mom like me and you've got kids in the house, if I hear them while I'm teaching, sometimes my mind will be drawn to my kids instead of focusing on what I need to focus on. So having the headset on makes sure that I'm not hearing outside things going on. I have a teenage daughter that helps me watch the littler ones, so that's really a blessing. But if I hear them, then I know my mind's going to be like, oh no, what's going on? Are they okay? And then I've lost track of what I'm doing with my kids. I also feel like I can hear my students better when I have my headset on and I'm teaching. And I feel like they can hear me better. Also, the mic drowns out any outside sounds. Like right now, I can hear somebody's out there like blowing leaves or weed eating or something right now. So the headset will help drown out outside background noise. Now that I've shared with you my 5 tips for setting up your Outschool classroom, come on, let's go on a tour of my teaching space. Welcome to my classroom. So I'm just going to back up just a minute, and I'm going to let you see that this actually is the walk-in closet to our bedroom, my husband and I. And what we did about a year and a half ago is we bought armoires for our bedroom and cleared all of this out so I could use it as my space. I've got 4 kiddos and a little guy, and he is really into everything, and so this way I can shut the door and he's not going to be into all of my teaching stuff. So let's come right over here and I will show you my computer. This is where I teach from right here. I have my calendar. I have a big calendar you can see right here that I keep track of my classes. I'm teaching some turkey classes in the morning. It's close to Thanksgiving, so that's one of the classes I'm doing. I have my supplies. Right next to it, I have a big supply caddy. I keep all sorts of teaching materials in there, props and that sort of thing. Got some extra headphones. This is one of the lamps that I have. I got it at Walmart, and it is bouncing light off of my white wall as well as my ceiling up there. Over here, that's the ring light that I have that I'm using. I also got some props up here, and like I said, it was our closet. So, I mean, this isn't like beautiful or anything, but I store things up here. There's props over there, and then I use some storage containers right here. The two that are over here are VIP Kid. It has rewards and all stuff, and then all 3 of these right there are Outschool along with the box. So I just pull it down. Then if I back up a little bit, you can see that we store our luggage right up there. Like I said, it's totally beautiful. And then a lot of those are VIP Kid props. You can see Meg and Mike and all of that. Keep pictures of my inspiration for what I do. And then I have my calendar. Like I said, I teach a lot of preschool classes and a lot of ongoing classes, and so we've been in class since September, and we do months of the year, days of the week, counting, patterns, all of that. And then behind me, I have my whiteboard, and I usually decorate it with something to do with the season. I find it fun, and since I am teaching through the months of the year, I decorate it. So it had a lot of pumpkins for Halloween, and I had a Halloween border, and we just got done doing farm and corn and turkeys and all of that, and so that is this background. We also do the weather in my classes. I use a lot of visuals. We're learning sight words, and then I have this organizer down here. I have tote. I got that at the Dollar Tree to hold books, and I got that at IKEA to hold supplies and that sort of thing. So that is pretty much my classroom. It's a pretty small space, but it works for what I need it to do. Like I said, it doesn't have to be its own room. It can be on a wall in a dining room. It can be a travel trifold board. It could be a wall in your bedroom. It can be whatever you want it to be. You just gotta have a little creativity, and sometimes we have to think outside the box. And I'm thankful for this space because I can shut the door. And of course, I started this whole journey as a VIP Kid teacher, and I'm still very thankful to VIP Kid, even though I just dabble in it just a little bit now, since most everything I do is on Outschool. So anyway, thank you all for taking the tour with me. If you have any questions, concerns, you want to run something by me, please feel free to email me at mrsdollhouse@gmail.com. It's up top in the banner. It's down below in the description box. Send me an email. I'd love to hear from you. Also, if you would like to find out more information about applying to Outschool and getting hired as a teacher, I have created a free hiring guide that I would love to give to you. It's linked down in the description box. You follow the link and it will take you right to where you'll get your freebie. It's full of tips, checklists, how to write a description, things that you need to know, ways to contact me. I would love to give that resource to you. Remember, you are bright and brilliant. Have a great day.